Hello everypony, Artilisiana here. Link to my Divinian art in the description below and also for my Patreon if you'd like to do that. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine, so please give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And also warning, it's going to contain my personal opinion about the new episode Rock Solid Friendship. So if you haven't watched the episode, go and watch it instead of seeing this. Or else here we go. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. So this is an interesting episode. I was actually thinking about the episode where Twilight is keeping an eye on Starlight, and yeah, our first of us like, well, we have already learned this lesson, but later on I was like, okay, yeah, it's a totally different thing because, you know, Maud and Pinky are in family, and it can be a extra hard thing when you're in family and you don't, understand what is happening. I also understand Pinkie Pie's frustration very much because I actually had the, goal in mind to have one of my friends to actually, not to move in with me, but I had a long period where I had a friend living at my place. It didn't went as I actually wanted, so yeah, of course she moved out and now I'm living on my own. But that is just what happens, in real life. And I also feel like the episode has some undertones of not only you cannot force friendship, but also like you can't, force like anything. It's, up to yourself and the other one. But I understand Pinkie Pie 100% because I could also like freak out about stuff like that. This is more me when I put two of my friends together. I have actually tried to make sure that they meet each other and become friends, and then they become like a boyfriend and girlfriend. So yeah, I will say that I have a tendency to be like Pinkie Pie here and maybe overcomplicate stuff, and can also be like a little bit too much where I need to know that I need to go somewhere else or do something else. So I actually am feeling like I'm looking a little bit more like Pinkie Pie in this episode, but still she's on a level where I am not anymore. I have learned from my mistakes and I have tried to take back and all of the enthusiasm, or how to say that. And also I don't butt in when people are trying to become friends and stuff like that. I would like to be friends as well, so maybe sometimes I will try a little bit too hard to become friends. But yeah, I will say that I really like the idea of Maud actually having the education now for the rock stuff, and I also like her new home inside the cave with all of the gyms and stuff like that. I also like the way that she has this dry humor, and she are talking to Rarity, and it's not going to happen the way that the Pinkie Pie actually wants it to happen, and it's just very fun to see it crumble upon Pinkie, and she's being like, oh, they're not bonding, and stuff like that when she gets to know Starlight a little bit. And also now we know that Starlight's likes kites. That's interesting. So I guess there's going to be fan art of that now. I also really like that Boulder is actually doing stuff, or it's something that Maud actually does, but she uses Boulder for getting out of the cave. She actually, Starlight takes Boulder seriously, so that is a nice thing. I really feel like Maud needs a friend that actually respects her, and I actually like the saying with the stones that they're not judging you and they're not like saying bad stuff about you because they're rocks. I really did like that one a lot, because I was actually thinking about almost myself, because of course, there is some people out there or ponies out there I could trash talk, but I'm more like the Rock, I would like to be neutral and stay positive until somebody takes me up and dusts me off and discover the diamond that is in the rough under, the skin of the, the Rock. But yeah, maybe it's just me, and I really do feel like Maud has a great personality. I really like her dry humor, as I said before. Also like the start where Pinkie Pie is showing Lyra heartstrings and being like, look, this is a life-size Lyra stone. And I was like, what? And she just gives her this look, if you don't, act like a rock, I'm going to actually hurt you. I was like, what? Pinkie Pie, come on, she's not a rock. You should know, better than that. But I get Pinkie Pie's frustration, and I also get like why she's trying to help Maud, because she's so introverted. And I will not say that I have helped my introverted friends finding friends, but it can be a little bit hard not to butt in when they're like normally don't want to talk with people, or they don't want to socialize with other people. It can be hard not to be like, helping, or how to say that, or trying to help. Actually, Maud reminds me of one of my cousins, very much, because he's so introverted, and he, is not like I think other ponies, but he is very intelligent, and he also like have the dry sense of humor like Maud, and he he has his own way of doing things. So I really did like this episode, because sometimes I must admit I don't understand him, but other times I feel like we have a great connection as cousins. So, but I have like a great connection with all of my family. So yeah. I was also thinking a little bit about my brother in this case, that Maud was actually representing my brother, or how to put that in a line that makes sense. But anyways, I do feel like in this case I'm looking more like Pinkie Pie. I'm not that too much no more, or I hope that I'm not that too much no more. I have some couple of near and dear friends to me, so yeah, they would probably tell you how I'm acting and how I used to act, because one of my friends, I have been friends with him for over, I think, 10 years. So he have known me like a long time, and he knows that I had like trouble with giving space and stuff like that, but I don't have that no more. So yeah, also I have like other things to actually occupy my time and stuff like that. But I'm guessing that Pinkie Pie also have that. She has the bakery, and she has all of the other things. Oh yeah, also the pizza delivery, that was just so cute. It was like, yeah, I could imagine myself actually doing that. I actually did that one time, going out to my two of my friends with a pizza and being like, hey, long time no see, here's the pizza, how are you doing? And they were like, what are you doing? But yeah, I feel like maybe I'm a little bit too silly with stuff like that. But I don't feel like, I don't feel like we have learned this lesson before with forcing the friendship. With the Starlight and the Trixie episode, it was more like that Twilight was afraid that they would co-op and make mischief. But I'm feeling like Maud could make some mischiefs too. She's saying stuff with that stone, that could rule all of Equestria. And that piqued the Starlight's interest a little bit. But I feel like she's on the right path. She will not take up her offer and stuff like that. But who knows? I also feel like if Queen Chrysalis comes and does something with the cutie marks or something in those lines, suck up the love, or how to say that. I do feel like if she tries this on Maud, she will not be able to, or she will find out that, that the stone surface is like only the appearance of Maud, and she actually has so much love, so she can't handle it. But maybe that's just me and looking into future episodes. So let me know what you think about this episode. Please do remember to take care of yourself. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. And take care of yourself and loved ones. Yeah, that is actually all. Yeah, okay. Bye.